What's up guys, how you doing? And I'm glad to see you again on my channel. Today we will talk about a very important topic, which is volatility. And in the meantime, I will show you how to make money on binary options. So make sure you watch this video to the end. And in the description below, you'll find the link to my Telegram where you can ask me any question you may have, and also the link to my private Telegram channel where I share daily trading signals and also run weekly marathons to increase your balance from $150 and up to $5,000 in a week time. So make sure you check that below. And also you can text me on Telegram to get the link to sign up for PocketOption, which will give you 50% on your deposit as a bonus. As I mentioned, all these links, you'll find it below. And without further ado, let us get straight to trading. So I open PocketOption and I make a down trade for $300 for 1 minute. I chose this direction after the signal from the Williams R% indicator, since its line being in the overbought zone made a reversal and began to decline. While we saw an uptrend on the chart, and of course such a combination of the indicator and the price chart gave me a signal about a possible price decline. Now you can watch the progress of the trade, and at the same time I will tell you about the specifics of today's trading session. Today we are working with the Euro British Pound currency pair, and the payout is 92%. The indicators that I'm using are the Donkin channel, the Williams R%, and the Williams is configured to analyze only 9 periods, which will increase its sensitivity, but the number of false signals may also increase, so let's check. And the first trade ends with a profit, $276 with the help of the Williams indicator. So I found the new entry point into this trade. So I made the down trade for $300 for 1 minute. Here, the signal from the Williams was similar. Its line came out of the overbought zone, breaking through with the 20 level and continued to move down, thereby giving me a signal about a possible decline in price. In addition, we can see on the price chart that the uptrend has stopped and its correction begins. So I would say that over the past 30 minutes, the volatility of this asset has increased significantly compared to the previous periods. And let's talk about volatility in binary options. Volatility in the binary options market, we mean that the intensity of changes in the value of the traded asset, in our case, a currency pair. And let's pay more attention to our trade because it's closing soon. Our trade closed a profit added to my account, $276. Back to volatility, I want to note that in other markets, a high level of volatility is an important component of a successful trade. And on our chart, the situation does not change. The correction continues while the signals are the same, and I made another down trade for $300 for 1 minute. Okay, and the trade has started and I'm going back to volatility. So in other markets, if there are no movements in the market, then you will not be able to make a profit because the price is very likely not to pass the required volume. While price moves from one side to the other, then opportunities start here. So while I noted these aspects in other markets, things are somewhat different with binary options. Even with low volatility, you can successfully engage in trading. It is enough to move even 1 pip to make the trade profitable. So that's another nice thing about binary options. And despite these circumstances, when trading binary options, volatility is still taken into account and even divided into 2 types. But more on that later. Our trade closer profit added to my account, $276 again. Awesome. Going next. So volatility is divided into 2 types, historical and expected. Historical activity can be characterized as actual, the one that actually happened. Expected, a forecast or a prediction like how volatile the market will be. So that's the 2 types we have. And let's go back to trading. I see changes here and I opened an up trade for $300 for 1 minute. Here, as you may have noticed, with a decline in price, the Williams line began to reverse and try to move up. This was the signal for me about a possible price increase. So let's observe our trade. And let's continue talking about volatility. So, often based on the indications of historical volatility, forecasts are made at the expense of the intensity of the expected movements. It's the expected volatility that is of great importance for binary options trading, although there may be a feeling that market activity does not matter for binary options. But this is an erroneous opinion. When opening a trade, you always need to take into account the current circumstances because a trader's decision to open a position may depend on them. My trickles of profit added to my account, $276. Amazing. I see some changes here and I open a down trade for $300 for 1 minute. Here, the Williams line was in the oversold zone, stopped its growth and began to decline. Based on this movement, I made an assumption about a possible decline in price. And this is quite possible given the last trade, although we made a profit, but it was with a small margin. Right? Back to our trade. Let's continue to talk about volatility while watching the trade. After all, knowing the volatility, it's possible to determine potential market reversal points and engage in trading with greater efficiency. That is why this indicator is so important for a trader working with binary options. Moreover, traders can take into account the volatility of the market in order to determine at which moment they should trade and at which to observe what is affecting it from the outside. And our trickles of profit added to my account, $276. That's really great. But after learning all this information, you may have a question, how to measure volatility in binary options. But after learning all this information, you may have a question, how to measure volatility in the binary options market. And I will answer, there are two ways, or rather two indicators. This is a indicator, the first one is called the ATR or the average true range and the Bollinger Waves. The ATR or the average true range indicator is the most suitable for measuring volatility in binary options trading. The values of this indicator are based on the difference between the price of the current and the previous periods. The results of these formulas are used at once. So this is basically how the value is calculated. And I open a down trade for $300 for 1 minute. So let's continue talking about the indicators. So ATR does not matter whether the number turns out to be negative or positive. The main thing is how big the number itself is. This corresponds to the principles of volatility as it reflects movements both up and down. So that's basically the formula of the indicator. So Bollinger Waves also show volatility. They consist of these lines. The moving average is located in the center and the standard deviation line, the upper and lower, are located along the edges. The standard deviation is an indicator of volatility. So basically, when trading activity increases, this is reflected by the expansion of the corridor formed by two standard deviations. And if the activity decreases, the corridor narrows. At the same time, our trade is closing and our trickles of profit added to my account, $276. And this is the end of our today's trading session. So today we only traded for only 8 minutes and we managed to open 6 successful trades with a 92% payout and earned over $1,600, which is a great result. And in addition, I talked about volatility. And there's one thing I really want to emphasize. New traders should not chase periods with high volatility in the market. A beginner should always seek periods of low volatility. It will be much easier for him to trade. The more stable the price is, the less likely you'll be making mistakes as a beginner. And with high volatility, the market is quite unpredictable. In a high volatility market, right before the end of your trade, the price of the asset may change direction dramatically and your trade will close at a loss, unfortunately. So for new traders, trading with high volatility is completely irrational because in this case, the possibility of losses increases a lot and the potential profit does not justify such a risk. When trading with high volatility, traders must take precautions and follow risk management strategies. In addition, before opening any trade, you need to assess the market carefully and use indicators to decrease your risks and also aim to make profits over the long run. So of course, I advise you to study binary options and study technical analysis to help you make a profit. And as you saw, analysis in binary options is not complicated at all. And in case you have any questions, you can ask me on Telegram. The link to my Telegram is in the description below. And I also leave you the link to my private Telegram channel where I share daily trading signals, and I also run weekly marathons to increase your balance from $150 and up to $5,000 in a week time. Make sure you check that below. And also to sign up for PocketOption, you can text me today on Telegram to get the link. They will give you 50% bonus on your deposit. So make sure you text me today on Telegram to get the link. And if you like this video, please give it a like, leave your comments down below, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I drop a new video. That's been it for today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.